Hello, my name is Rhonda Erlacher. I'm here today to help you choose a trainer, to know what questions you should ask, what kind of training you are looking for, and when you should train your puppy, with a little bit of backstory on my own dog's journey in training. First of all, you should begin training your dog as early as 7 to 8 weeks, but definitely before their 12-week mark, because this is when they're developing sensational information about the world around them. Sadly, for most people like myself, I thought they had to have all of their puppy shots. For instance, I thought I wanted to keep Luna out of the public because she didn't have all of her parvo shots. By the time she did get all of her shots, it was past the 12-week mark. She was already scared of the world around her. She wasn't able to be socialized appropriately with dogs or with humans. This is, I believe, the very beginning of Luna's journey in her behavioral rehabilitation, trying to change her behavior to be less reactive. I want her to be less reactive. I did train Luna as a puppy, though, with basic commands: come, sit, stay. However, that did not replace the socializing that she so needed as a puppy. When Luna was around 9 months old, I took her to a local pet store for more basic training, to be more exposed to other people and to the world around her. But as she got older, she became more terrified around men and other dogs, to the point that she was highly reactive, which became very detrimental to her livelihood. The purpose of training your dog is to teach your dog basic manners: how to behave when visitors come by, when meeting new dogs and strangers, to listen to you when danger is near. You would want your dog to stop if their car was coming and you're like, stay. You also want your dog to know that you are the alpha of the pack. This will build self-confidence with the dog and a trust relationship between the dog and yourself. Training your dog also helps burn off energy that a lot of dogs have. Not only walking and exercising, but the brain stimulation is going to really release a lot of the energy for them to be using their minds a lot more than just walking. And again, it does build trust in your relationship. Choosing a trainer. When you choose a trainer, a good place to begin your search is by asking your friends, acquaintances, local pet stores, and the local pet shelters in your area. Please do not stop there. You need to do your research, because you're going to hear so many contradicting advice and recommendations that it's going to become overwhelming. Therefore, if you know how you want to raise your dog and the way you want to train your dog, knowing that basic foundation is going to help you find the right trainer for you. Therefore, I insist, do your research on the trainers. Ask your questions. Interview them. Ask them who they are. Where did they go to school? What kind of training do they have? You need to know what their personality is like. Is it going to mesh with yours and your dog's? Will the trainer teach you what your dog needs? Ask about their training methods and philosophy. Did they ask about the issues of your dog and how they are going to be able to help you? Do you feel they listen to you, allow you to ask questions with patience? Or do they offer to assess and analyze your dog's behavior towards other dogs and strangers? Do they offer other techniques if you are uncomfortable with some of the techniques that they try? If they're unable to offer any other kind of techniques that you are more comfortable with, that is not the trainer for you. Regardless of how great other people may say that the trainer is, if they don't make you feel comfortable or listened to or valued, they are not the trainer for you. These are very important issues. You have to have your potential future trainer trust you because they are working intimately with the relationship between you and your dog. Another decision you need to make is, do you want one-on-one training or do you want your dog in a group training situation? There are great benefits for both of them. It just depends on what your needs are for your situation. So let's look at the one-to-one. Some dogs just need more attention in a more interactive, real-world training with more exposure to the world outside. Your dog might need to learn how to behave when coming in contact with multiple different situations in the world that is happening outside. For instance, how do you solve a problem if they're reacting inappropriately to a bicycle going by or a skateboard? If they try to attack people when they're walking by, or maybe they react to loud noises. Maybe they need to learn how to walk politely past a fence without taking you out as they go. They need to learn the command, leave it. Group training is extremely beneficial to safely socialize your pups appropriately, how to be introduced to other dogs and strangers. Luna is scared of strangers, especially men. She does not like it when people put their fist in her face to greet her. Therefore, we had to adjust the way that people would meet Luna. And after learning that that is a reactive for her, I need to remind people, do not put your fist in her face. As her mama, she needs to know that I will protect her in that situation because she will react inappropriately. So it is better for multiple reasons to have a controlled environment that is in a smaller contained area. There's also moral support, which I believe is very important. You might not see the changes in your dog because you're with them all the time and you are just focusing on, this is what my dog needs to work on. Sorry about them. But other people are so excited when your dog is making even the smallest advancements in their issues. Therefore, this is where I would want a group training for the moral support, for it to be a contained, isolated, controlled environment to train my dog off leash, to come. As you can see in this picture, she does have a muzzle. She is she has to, by the sheriff, wear a muzzle and a prong collar at all times if she's outside. Even tied up, even if she's in our fenced backyard, she still has to be tied up. Or if she ever does get out, my neighbor has threatened to shoot her, and the sheriff told me that he would be able to. Therefore, training her is imperative to her lifestyle, or she could end up being euthanized. Therefore, take it from me. It is so important to do your research before you get a dog of when to socialize them and when to train them and how to train them. So please do your homework and protect your dog, because that's what they're expecting you to do. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a line on there's a contact hot link right down in the corner of the right hand side of my webpage. Your dog has to trust you. You have to be the alpha in your pack. If you are not going to be the alpha, and if your dog does not trust you, your dog will take that position from you and become the alpha and be the protector, which means she can or he can become reactive and act inappropriately to others. Thank you. Have a great day.